Winter wellness continues to rip through the community. Even the All Blacks' preparation for the test against Ireland has been disrupted, with 3 coaches and 2 players testing positive for COVID. The government's launching an all-out vaccination attack this week in a bid to ease the pressure on the health system. From tomorrow, a second booster shot of the COVID vaccine will become available for a large chunk of the population. You're eligible if it's been 6 months since your last jab and you're over 50, or a health, aged care or disability worker over 30, or a severely immunocompromised person over 16. And from this Friday, free flu vaccines will be available to an extra 800,000 Kiwis as health officials move to reduce soaring hospital admissions. Political reporter Imogen Wells has the details.
Winter illnesses are well and truly here, and the health sector's struggling to keep up.
The numbers are escalating.
So the government's ramping up our vaccination efforts in a bid to reduce hospital admissions. From this Friday, the flu jab will be free to an extra 800,000 Kiwi, including kids aged 3 to 12 and also adults with serious mental health or addiction needs.
People with mental health issues often have poor immune responses, been advocating for a long time that they would benefit from the flu vaccine. So these are good to see.
And from tomorrow, anyone over the age of 50 will be eligible for their second COVID booster. If you're a healthcare worker, you only have to be over 30.
The COVID booster is really making sure those people at the highest risk of severe COVID are protected against needing to go to hospital.
COVID's still cutting a swathe through the community, with 11 deaths reported today, 383 in hospital and 5,500 new cases. It's even impacting the All Blacks' preparation for this Saturday's test against Ireland at Eden Park. Head coach Ian Foster and his assistants John Plumtree and Scott McLeod are all positive, as are midfielders David Havili and Jack Goodhue.
I'm really disappointed for those guys. I personally would be gutted if that was for me.
Shot! Yeah, shot crew.
And as we gear up for second booster's kick-off, Newshub can reveal just how much is being spent on advertising the COVID jab.
Is the vaccine safe?
Since the rollout began last year, $43 million has been spent promoting it. That works out to around $4 per dose delivered to date. But as the number of people getting vaxxed wanes, the government's spending isn't. Last month alone, $2.7 million was spent advertising the vaccine, with just over 41,000 jabs administered. So for every dose delivered in May, $67 was spent advertising it.
It's a reckless use of taxpayers' money. There are very few people still getting vaccinated. It's possible that advertising didn't even reach many of them.
In the context of there being very few vaccine mandates, of course we have to be out there communicating the benefits of vaccination.
Dr Nikki says advertising is still needed to get some patients over the line.
It is important to keep conversations going, it's important to keep information going and not shut the door.
Vaccination against COVID-19 is going to remain a priority for New Zealand for some time yet. The health system is already at breaking point, so the more people boosted, the fewer there are in hospital, and the government argues that is worth the money. Imogen Wells, Newshub.